Hi, I'm Colleen Bierstein, Smart Cookie Cook, and today there is love in the air at the Smart Cookie Kitchen. Valentine's Day is just around the corner, and I am in need of some seriously sweet treats. Now, the first thing that came to my mind was conversation hearts. You know, those little cute rainbow-colored candies. They have the little messages on them. They're heart-shaped, a little bit chalky. They're classic. Everybody has to have conversation hearts at Valentine's Day. It's like candy corn on Halloween. But admittedly, they're not really that tasty. That's why we need a homemade version that's going to be 100 times better. And the best part is you can customize what they say. So if you want to write the perfect message to give to your lover, or maybe a screw off to someone you don't like, then this is the way to do it. So if you're feeling the love and you're ready to make some homemade conversation hearts, then let's get started. Okay, so our first step is to dissolve gelatin into water and corn syrup. Just those three simple ingredients. Now you can do this in the microwave. My microwave is currently out of business right now, so we're going to do it stovetop. So I've got a 1/4 cup of water here, right into our little pan. You don't need a large pot for this. We're going to do a teaspoon of light corn syrup. Pour that right in there. And then we've got a little 1/2 packet of gelatin here. This is 1 teaspoon. We're going to pour this right in as well. Now I've actually cut this recipe in half because it makes quite a lot of candies, but you can do the full recipe too depending on how many candies you're looking to make. So we're going to put this on medium-low heat. And the first thing I'm going to do is just whisk this together really quick. Whenever you're trying to dissolve something, it's always good to have a whisk that helps break it up and help it dissolve easier. There we go. And we're just going to let this heat stir it occasionally until the gelatin has completely dissolved. Okay, so our gelatin's completely dissolved. It only took a couple of minutes. And now we're going to take this mixture and we're going to pour it into a mixing bowl. You don't really need to let it cool because it's not that hot to begin with. Make sure you get it all out, okay? And now I have my mixer here fitted with a paddle attachment. And here I have 2 cups of powdered sugar. We're going to add this in slowly, mixing at a low speed until all of it's incorporated into the candy. Okay, so we're just going to put about 1/4 of the sugar in right away. There we go. Our mixer down, and we're going to turn it on at a low speed. And turn it up just a little. Okay, and you might have some powdered sugar stuck to the sides like I do, so we're just going to take a spatula and scrape down the edges of the bowl. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to add another 1/4 of the sugar. And same thing again, back on low speed. We're going to add our last little bit of sugar into the mix here. And one more time, we're going to go at low speed. Okay, I'm going to scrape down the edge of my bowl again. I'm going to give it another quick mix to make sure we get all that extra sugar incorporated. Okay, this looks good. It's very thin right now, but it's smooth and it's homogeneous. So we're going to put it back on the mixer and keep mixing it until it becomes a stiff dough. And here we go. Okay, so now that we're done mixing our candy, you can see that it's gone from really liquidy to a stiffer dough, and now we're ready to progress. We're going to scrape out this candy onto a flat surface that's covered in powdered sugar. You know, typically you flour your surfaces that you're going to be working on, but since we're working with candy, we use powdered sugar instead of flour. Now what I'm using here is a bowl scraper. It's also used for frosting cakes to make it really smooth. These things are really convenient. They help you get all the stuff out of the bowl, so I highly recommend investing in one. Now this stuff is going to be very sticky, as you can see, but that's normal. Okay. I think I've got pretty much all the candy out here. It gets sticking to my fingers more than it is the bowl scraper. Okay, so next we're going to put a lot more powdered sugar on top of this so that we can work with it without it doing this to our hands. There we go. And keep this on hand so you can add more as it's necessary. Okay, so we're going to knead this like bread dough. So you're going to take and pull it over itself like this, pushing it back, and do it again. As you can see, we're getting a little bit sticky again, so I'm going to add some more powdered sugar. I'm going to rotate it, do the same thing again. Now, as soon as you feel it's getting sticky, you just add more sugar. There's not really a set amount that you do or don't need to have. It's whatever makes working with it easier for you. Okay, so we've gotten the dough to be nice and stiff. It's not sticky anymore. So now what we're going to do is we have to divide it into however many colors you want to make. You can make it all one color. I'm going to do 3 today. So I've got one ball for each color that I'm doing. I'm doing purple, pink, and I'm going to leave one white. Now you also get to pick what flavors you want, which is kind of fun. But you can do this however you want. You can make yellow ones and make them lemon flavored. You can make green ones, make them mint flavored, whatever you like. So let's do the pink. Okay, we're going to take and flatten this out, like so. We're going to add a little bit of the pink dye. I think I'll start with 2 drops right in the center. This is actually neon pink, which is really fun. But if you just want a traditional pink, you just use a little bit of red food dye instead. And I'm going to do a drop of the raspberry extract right in the center. I'm going to knead it in. Smell that raspberry. Oh, it smells delicious. You can see it's turning pink. But also in need of some more powdered sugar. Now if you don't want to dye your skin colors, you can wear plastic gloves while you do this. Okay, so as you can see, our pink has come together nicely. You just want to keep going till it's streak free. Okay, and now I'm going to go and do the purple one the same way, and you'll do that however many times for however many colors you have. Okay, so what I'm doing now that the dough is all ready to go is we're rolling it out and cutting out our little heart shapes. This is the cookie cutter I'm using. It's on the tinier side. You can get ones even smaller than these. They're fondant colors, and those are a little bit closer to the actual size of the conversation heart. But the reason why I don't go any smaller than this is because we have to be able to write on them, and that would be just about impossible if we went any smaller. So, first thing you want to do is put powdered sugar all over your surface again so it doesn't stick. So, I'm just going to roll this out. However thick or thin you want it is up to you. Okay, so now we take our little cookie cutter and just press it down into the dough. So once you're done cutting all those out, you can move on to your other colors. I've already got the pink done, so I'm going to do the white now, and then we'll be finished. Alright, we're all finished cutting out our little hearts, and the hardest part is over, my little cookies. Check out how cute these are. And we still have to write on them, but that part is going to come tomorrow. These need about a full day to dry, otherwise they'll bleed when you try to write on them, so we have to wait. That's why you want to plan ahead if you're going to make these. Know that you need 2 days at least for doing it. So, with that, I'm going to leave these guys to dry, and I'll see you tomorrow for decorating. Okay, so after 24 hours of patience, we are finally ready to finish these hearts off. So, we're going to write our little messages on it. All you need is one of these edible food markers. You can find these at craft stores, grocery stores with the cake decorations. It's literally a marker with edible ink. And this is pretty much the only thing that's going to be small enough to write on our hearts. So, let's pick one and get started. I think I have a very appropriate message to start off our first heart with. See how cute that is? Now we're going to just do the same thing on all these hearts. You can write whatever messages you want. I love you, you're cute, you stink. Express it on these hearts. So go ahead and you can finish them all out, and then you're ready to give them as gifts to your friends or eat them all yourself. Thanks for joining me today. You can find this recipe and more on my website, thesmartcookiecook.com. And if you find yourself wondering what Valentine's Day treats you should make, ask yourself this: what would the Smart Cookie cook?